I didn't like his beard, so I took matters into my own hands.
No!
Here, let me fix it for you.
He was devastated.
Why would you do that? What if I took that and I cut your hair off?
I told you I didn't like your beard.
This is obviously so messed up, and the amount of self-control that that man displays is honestly worrisome, because it tells me that this is not the first time something completely inappropriate like this has happened. And this man already made all of the good points, because he's right. If he had done this to her, it would be seen as abusive. And on top of that, there is literally no woman in the world that would remain this calm if her husband or boyfriend or loved one did this to her. She would flip out, because we all know that this is absolutely crossing a line. But what's most worrisome is that her display of control over his physical features, she doesn't understand that it's not okay, even when she's listening to all of the solid points he's making. That is a woman that is never going to see the logic, and I feel sorry for that man.
A furious husband reportedly wants to divorce his influencer wife after she was filmed kissing a US singer during a performance. Miriam Cruz leapt on stage during a live performance by the band Aventura. Footage shows her greeting band members before hugging and kissing frontman Romeo Santos after being invited on stage to sing a song with the group. The band went on to sing while Cruz sat beside Santos with her hand on his lap. The influencer, with 140,000 TikTok followers, deleted a post saying her kiss with Santos led to the breakup of her 10-year marriage. She admitted getting carried away by nerves and emotion without considering the impact on her family. Despite the kiss causing her split, Cruz said it was a long-awaited dream that had finally come true. She respected her ex's decision to divorce, though she felt deep sadness and apologized, saying it was never her intention to hurt him. Most of her followers expressed their sympathy for her split, calling her ex-partner insecure, adding that they would have also taken advantage of being on stage with Aventura.
The moment when you hear your homegirl ask bro-in-law how men really feel about equality.
I wish women understood that equality goes both ways. Okay? Not everything's about you in a relationship. Not everything's about you. When you ask me why I can't leave the toilet seat up, well, why can't you leave the toilet seat down? You know what I mean? I didn't have to go pee in the middle of the night. Why do I have to break my back to lift it up?
So you're saying chivalry is just dead?
It's not about chivalry.
You don't think so?
I ordered food. I asked you if you wanted something to eat. You said no. Why is it when my plate comes, all of a sudden you're hungry?
It is a sickness.
Leave my chicken fingers alone.
I have my own chicken fingers.
Exactly. Independence. Be independent.
I am independent. I
So then stop asking me for my food. Leave my food alone. Leave the toilet seat up. Leave my...
They support gender roles and double standards when it benefits them. This is why you see they complain about a lack of chivalry, while at the same time telling everyone about how strong and independent they are and how they don't need no man. Yet the second they get treated anything similar to a man, they start to complain about how men aren't chivalrous anymore.
My stepfather took my mom with 3 kids.
So what do you call him?
Is he a simp?
I wouldn't call him a simp, but my mom called him a simp.
Damn.
My mom definitely called him a simp. But
oh my God.
Honestly, God,
y'all hear that?
Yeah, my mom did call him a simp.
All that for that woman. Took care of his 3 kids, and she called him a simp.
My mom told me straight up, she told me, yo, don't ever date a woman with kids.
My mom told me the same thing.
Don't ever.
They don't want their own sons to do it because they know it's bad. It's funny how a lot of them complain about how the men they want don't take them seriously, and then disrespect the men that do make the mistake of taking them seriously. Avoiding them altogether is simply the best way to go about it.
Am I the asshole for leaving my own birthday dinner because my girlfriend turned it into a proposal for herself?
Wait, what?
I, 28 male, had my birthday dinner last weekend, and my girlfriend, Sarah, 27 female, offered to plan it. I was excited because I usually keep things low-key, but she said she wanted to make it special. She booked a nice restaurant and invited close friends and family. Everything was going great until it was time for dessert. The waiter brought out a cake, but instead of my name it said, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" I was completely blindsided. Sarah got all teary-eyed and turned to me and said, "Well, this is the best surprise ever, right?" Everyone around us started clapping and her friends were filming. I just sat there stunned. She took my silence as hesitation and started going on about how she knew I wasn't big on grand gestures, but she can't wait anymore, and she said that she took matters into her own hands. At that moment, I stood up and said, "This is my birthday. If you wanted a proposal, you should have talked to me about it first." And then I grabbed my stuff and I walked out. Sarah was mortified, and her friends blew up my phone, calling me an asshole for embarrassing her and ruining the night. She even said I humiliated her when she was trying to do something romantic. Now my family is split. Some say I should have just gone along with it for the night, while others think she crossed a major boundary.
When you think she's doing something nice for you, but in reality, she's doing it for herself. And to be clear, the cake said, "Will you marry me, Sarah?" Meaning she wanted him to read it and ask her that, so she can't even play dumb and act like it was for him in any way. Then her friends, who likely helped her plan it, get mad at him for being upset that she selfishly made his birthday about herself. And per usual, instead of apologizing, she plays victim and pretends like she did nothing wrong.
Not all men. Okay, but enough.
Okay, I think in order to make statements like this, we are going to actually need some quantifiable, measurable amounts of men that do certain things that would make it acceptable to say such things. So what's the answer?
An overwhelming majority, even.
An overwhelming majority, is it? Well, if that were the case, then we would see the evidence of it in every corner of the world, every single day. And there would be no way at all that we could deny that that was true. But unfortunately, that is not the case, because the majority of men are actually good men. It is only a small portion of individuals that commit the acts that the majority are blamed for. For example, there are instances that are on the internet like these. Now, these are not very nice, but if we use the same logic that some women use to generalize men, then I guess we could generalize women too, wouldn't we? But then again, that wouldn't be right.
All right, y'all, so I just broke up with my ex of 5 years, and I literally have no complaints about her. Like, she was perfect, right? I used to, didn't have a car. Now I have a car. But when I didn't have a car, she used to let me ride around in her car all day while she was at work. And I still didn't have a job. And and it doesn't get any better than that. She used to pay for all the meals. She paid for the bills, all that, until I got my stuff together. But it was just something about her. It was just something about her I just couldn't comprehend. I can't really explain it to y'all, but she was so perfect.
For the women that are writing angry comments right now, and for the good men that are not happy with this man, don't attack him because it's a parody of a woman talking about her breakup on TikTok. We have seen a few of these now where a woman will come on and she will say that she just broke up with her boyfriend and she doesn't really give a solid reason why. She'll actually list all of the amazing things about him. Look, ladies, the reason why men get so frustrated hearing these stories is because they want you to be able to communicate why. And you're not really communicating why when you're just talking about all the amazing things about him. The real reason why I think you're having a hard time communicating it is because the real reason is that when you started dating him, you didn't really like him that much, but you liked his efforts and he didn't really require much from you. So instead of recognizing that and being honest with your real feelings, you kind of used him. That is why you don't really have a reason that you can tell that will still allow you to look like a decent human being. The end.
People, I need to show you something here. Why I married the best woman in the whole world. She made a giant metal T-Rex. She welded this. Her name is Regina, by the way. Look at this. I mean, look. Look at the detail. Look at the eye. Look at how beautiful that is. This thing's like 6 feet tall. My wife welded a giant metal Tyrannosaurus Rex. If I had known that one day I would marry a woman who could weld a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, I don't know what I would do. As a kid, I just don't know how I would process that information. This is the coolest thing in the world, and my wife is the best. That's all I gotta say. That's all.